Hi team, welcome to this next YouTube video. In this video, we're going to talk about having a pre-shot routine and give you the best pre-shot routine for you to take to your own game. Let's get into the video. So pre-shot routine, really important to have, and you'll see a common trait of a lot of tour pros is they will have the same pre-shot routine. Reason for that, increased confidence because you know exactly what to expect when you get on the green. Relaxes your nerves because you can always go back to your pre-shot routine. So instead of focusing on the negative thoughts that are going to make you nervous, you're just going to focus on your routine when you get onto the green. And then again, having a good routine is going to help thirdly with the flow and tempo to your stroke, because if you can have a nice flow and tempo to your pre-shot routine, it's going to feed nicely into your stroke. So them three key benefits to having a good pre-shot routine will really allow you to hold more putts, be more confident on the green, and just have a better experience when putting. And it's so simple. It doesn't have to be hard. It can be really easy, and it is really easy. All we need to do is decide how many practice swings we have and how many looks at the hole we have. So providing we've just walked onto the green, what we're obviously going to do first is read the putt. Now we're not going to talk about that in this video because there's loads of different methods when it comes to green reading, so we'll forget that. But let's say we've read this putt. To make things easy, let's just say this is straight. Now then it's about, once we have lined it up, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my ball up. Again, if you don't line your ball up, or you do, that's absolutely fine. That isn't really the topic of the video. We just want to build in a pre-shot routine. So I've got my ball, I've got my line, I know exactly where I want to hit it. Now we need to decide how to have a good pre-shot routine. So now I've lined it up, I'm ready to hit the putt. Now what I want to do is I want to have 2 practice swings and 2 looks at the hole. Reason for that is because each practice swing and each look at the hole is going to give you something different. Okay, and this is what I would recommend. I'm here, first practice swing, I'm going to stand behind my putt and I'm going to look at my putt. So the first practice swing is me looking at the distance I have, around about 15 feet. Okay, so I've set up, I've lined my ball, first practice swing, 1, 2. Second practice swing, mental snapshot of what I'm doing there, looking back down at my putter, 1, 2. And that's me done for the practice swings. So only 2. People can overdo that. Sometimes there has been studies to say, does a practice swing even help? I believe it does, and I believe it's just going to build in more confidence. Okay, but we don't want any more than 2 really. We can spend too long over the putt or over our pre-shot routine, which we don't want again. So I've had my 2 practice swings. I walk into the putt. Again, if you want to go really specific, stand a certain length from the ball every time, because then you're going to have the same amount of steps. I always make sure I'm about 2 steps behind my ball, and I have my 2 practice swings 2 steps behind my ball. That means once I've done my practice swings, I walk into the putt with 2 steps. So again, it's the same. Now I'm setting up to my ball. I like to feel that my putter sits down first and then I get my feet square. Okay, so again, that's another good way. You either set your feet first, then putter, or putter, then feet, or both at the same time. Again, I like putter and then feet. Now we're over the ball, we're gonna have 2 looks. First look, and then second look. Reason for that is because them 2 looks, we wanna have a mental snapshot of the putt. So in the second look, I've got a really good idea of what this putt looks like. Now when I look back down to my ball, I can see that mental snapshot in my head. Now all I need to do is roll the ball to that image of the hole that's in my head. So I was obviously talking through that. Now I'm going to do it with flow. Reason why I don't want loads of things going on is because it should be quick, okay? It shouldn't be a long thing to do because we want it to flow. We don't want to spend too long over our putts. So again, let's just say I've lined it up. 2 looks at the hole, 1 looking at the hole, 1 looking at the putter. 2 steps in, set the putter first, then my feet, grip, 2 looks at the hole, 1, 2, straight after the second look, go. So you can see there, it's quick, snappy, easy to remember. That's just my personal one that I feel like I've optimized. Give it a go. If you want to just start with mine first, just to get you into it, and then you can modify it there onto what feels better for you, whether it's 1 more practice swing, 1 less look. Don't change it around too much. I feel like 2 is the magic number in terms of like looks of the hole and practice swings, etc. If you want to go less, that's absolutely fine. Wouldn't really recommend going any more than like 4. Okay, we don't want to do a Patrick Cantlay and have 30 looks at the hole, okay, because it's just not going to work for most people. So give that a go. Drop me a comment in the comment section on how you get on, and I'll see you in the next video.